Hey everyone, here are 10 movies with incredible plot twists. Number 10, The Prestige. This movie follows the story of two magicians that are rivals. They are trying to one up each other for the most part of this film, and the film just centers around their field and magic. And this film was directed by Christopher Nolan. And the way he directs this film, he does it like it is a magic trick. Like you see all the things that he's trying to do, and as you are seeing it, it's just misdirecting you, and it's pulling some things that you did not see coming. And the twist of it is not a single twist; it's like several twists or multiple twists happening together. And when the final twist finally happens, it just like blows your mind because this thing has been right in front of you. It has been right in front of us. We've been seeing it, or we didn't know that this was what was happening. And man, that twist was one magical twist, pun intended, and it was just so fabulous to watch. And because of how magnificent the twist was, you want to watch this film again and see all the things that you'd have missed on the first viewing. And on the second viewing, it's just a much more better film, and the plot twist was just superb. You have to watch this one, you would enjoy it. Number 9, Old Boy. This one follows the story of a man that is imprisoned without any apparent reason. He's in prison for so many years and he didn't know why he was in prison. And all of a sudden he was set free. And he goes on a rampage to seek vengeance on the people that imprisoned him and find out why they imprisoned him. The story on its own is already a very, very interesting story. But the fact that the twist now comes at the end was another thing that just made this film a much greater film. The twist of it was very shocking and emotionally resonant. And when it gets you like you should just be like, what? What did I just witness? And it's just a marvelously done twist. For the most part of the film makes us believe one particular thing about the protagonist's journey and his vengeance quest. And the twist just comes and just shatters everything we've believed. And it just makes you start questioning everything. Like, what is this world about? What is all this craziness? Like, there's just so much encompassed in that twist that just reshapes the narrative of your story and makes the story an even much better story. Like, after you finish watching this film, you just start questioning and be like, wow, so this guy is not who I thought he was. So this is something else. Like, it's just so magnificent and it was done brilliantly. Number 8, Prisoners. A young girl and her friend goes missing, and the father of this girl wants to find her by all means. And when he sees that the cops are not doing anything that is bringing any result, he tries to take justice into his own hands and go find his daughter. And this film just did a lot of psychological thriller. And man, the twist of it all was one marvelous twist. The film plays on our assumption and emotions throughout the film. So when the twist comes, it just makes us reevaluate everything we've seen. Because you think you might know what is going on, you think you might have an idea of what is happening. But when the twist finally comes and when some shocking revelation finally happens, it just makes you feel like, whoa. I remember when I watched this film, I was legit scared. For real, I was afraid when something happened. I don't want to give spoilers. When something happened, when the twist happened in this film, and I was like, wow, this is damn. So just so enthralling and it blew my mind. And honestly, I was afraid. I was so afraid when I watched it. Like, you should watch this film also to experience that kind of emotion if you're a fan of something like that. That is. Number 7, Get Out. This one follows the story of a black man that goes with his white girlfriend to meet her family, and some things just don't seem right. And when we're watching this film, we get that feeling of something is not right. You feel uneasy watching this film, watching this guy and meet all these white people with very few black people, and it's just a very, very scary concept for a black man. And I imagine black people abroad will feel that kind of feeling of just being the only black person and meet so many white people. So we had that feeling. We knew there was something uneasy happening, but when the twist finally comes, like it blows your mind because what you probably thought was causing the uneasiness is very, very far from what's actually causing the uneasiness. And it's just something that reshapes your narrative and makes it a very, very terrifying and interesting film. The way this film subverts expectations and addressed some very poignant issues was done in a very, very brilliant and captivating way, and the twist of it was done superbly well. Number 6, Seven. This one follows the story of two detectives that are trying to catch a serial killer. The serial killer that is committing crimes in accordance with the seven deadly sins. And the way this twist came about was done in a very, very shocking way and in a way that feels right with the story. It feels like part of the story. It feels like the progression of the story has already been taken and the twist just fits in perfectly with it. And the twist was done right. It was a very, very mind blowing twist, a twist that I did not see coming. It blew my mind, honestly. But the fact that it felt right with the story was something that made me feel like I should have seen this coming, but the fact that I still didn't see it coming is just what goes to show that yes, it was a fantastic twist that was done right. Number 5, The Usual Suspects. This one follows the story of some criminals that commit a crime and the officers or detectives that are trying to catch them and put them to justice and trying to know the things surrounding this crime. And for the most part of this film, we hear about this mysterious figure, this crime lord they talk about him, and when they talk about him, the criminals are afraid and all these things. There's so much mystery surrounding this guy, and we all want to know who this guy is. And the twist finally came, and this person has been staring us right in the face for the most part of this film. And it's not that it was done in an obvious way. It was not obvious at all. You never ever guess that, okay, this is this person that they're talking about. And when that twist came about, was just wow, mind blowing, and honestly shook me. I did not believe that that was how it was going to turn out, but it added so much context to the story. And because of that twist, you can go back to this film and rewatch it and just still connect more with it. That's how brilliant the twist was. Number 4, Gone Girl. This one follows the story of an husband that is being questioned or being suspected for the murder of his wife. And for the most part of this film, you think you know what is happening. You think you know how everything happened. And it gets like halfway point of this film and it takes a brilliant twist. The narrative shifts completely and it just puts all the characters into the real perspective. And you're like, whoa, I thought I knew this was how this one happened. I thought I knew this character was to blame. And you think you know everything until the twist comes and the narrative shifts completely and you just start questioning all the characters. Like, so if this person is this kind of thing, like what is this person? You just have so many questions. It makes you start questioning the story, the characters, the narrative, everything. And it was done brilliantly. It adds so much to the story. And when you watch this film, it will blow your mind. This was one of those twists that scared me. And honestly, it was done right. Number 3, Fight Club. There are some kind of twists that go like this. Everything that has been happening, everything you have been seeing is happening in the head of this character or is happening in the head of the character. And those kind of twists, when they are done poorly, it will make the whole story feel flat and to feel like the writers just took a cop out and just did something very, very shabby. But when it is done right, and that is the case in this film, when it is done right, it blows your mind to pieces. And honestly, that's how I felt in this film. When the twist of it came, although I've given a little bit of spoiler of what the twist is about, I apologize. But when the twist of it came, it was so well delivered and it just puts a lot of things into perspective and makes you start questioning everything you've seen. There's a particular song in this film that was played at some point. The title of that song is Where Is My Mind? And honestly, that was how I felt when I watched this film. I was like, where is my mind? What did I just watch? Honestly, it was done right and I loved the twist of Fight Club. Number 2, Parasite. Of all the films on this list, this one is relatively the newest, and the twist of this film was one amazing twist. You think you know where the story is going, you think you know, okay, I've seen everything I could see, I've seen the craziness that these people want to show me, but then this thing goes a level deeper, and when it goes deeper like that, you're like, what? 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 What am I saying? Like, it blows your mind. You would never ever in a million years think that this is what's going to happen. And it goes on further. The way the story ends, you're just like, wow, wow, what a movie. The twist of this film was fantastic. The storytelling, the direction, the writing, everything came together brilliantly. And honestly, this film, the twist, everything was done superbly well. If you've not seen Parasite, my guy, go and check it out. Number 1, Memento. This is another film by Christopher Nolan. It follows the story of a man that can't create new memories but is seeking vengeance for the death of his wife. For this film, you're on the side of the protagonist because he's seeking vengeance for supposedly bad people. And because he's suffering from an illness that he can't create new memories, it makes you sympathize with him and it makes you easily get on his side. And this story is told backward. The end is the beginning and the beginning is the end. And the way the story was even told is already very confusing. But if you follow it, you're going to get it. And when the twist finally came, you just be like, what? I thought this guy was the good guy. It just makes you rethink everything you felt or thought about the protagonist. It shapes everything and it sheds more light on the whole situation. And you just see some characters and you see some narrative and you're just like, wow, I never thought this was what I was going to get. It just makes you question everything, put everything in a different perspective. And man, this twist was brilliant. So those are 10 movies with incredible twists. What other movies do you think should have been on this list that had incredible twists? Comment below and let me know. And if this is your first time on my channel, my G, please subscribe to my channel for more contents like this. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Cheers.